Hey, I'm Derek Pease. I've been an intelligence analyst for over 23 years, currently working for U.S. Army Cyber. I recently retired from the United States Navy, and I'm looking to transition my career into becoming a web developer. Um, I've always had a passion for computers and an interest in coding. Um, I'm looking to combine that interest and my passion for Web3 and blockchain and become a developer in the Web3 and blockchain space. So going to my spa, I decided to create a web page for an NFT project that I launched on Bitcoin back early 2023. NFTs are digital collectibles on the blockchain, such as Bitcoin or Ethereum. My project, as I said, was launched on Bitcoin. Um, so overall, I created the website for the project, but my specific web application is to help determine the value of a specific NFT you're holding. Um, as it is, there's not really a tool on the market to do that, and a lot of people are mispricing their NFTs and selling them for way too cheap, more than or less than they should be. So my tools should help with being able to find an accurate value of your NFT before you go to sell it. So let's have a look. All right, we'll start with my user story map. So I built this on Mural, looking at a persona that we would be supporting. Mostly, it, it'll be a similar persona for most individuals that are meeting this criteria. It'll be your typical NFT collector. Um, Typically, it's males 20 to 40 years old, interested in technology, blockchain, computers, crypto, NFTs, those types of things. So what they'll be doing with the application is, first of all, they may or may not be a holder of the NFT that I launched, the Bitcorns NFT. Um, Ideally, I would like to support holders of other NFTs as well by using this tool. Um, so anyone that owns a Bitmap ordinal would be able to come and use the tool that we offer at the Bitcoin site. So they would be able to input the value. It's a specific inscription ID of the NFT that they hold, and then it'll generate the traits that that specific NFT contains, and then eventually leading to the floor price of each trait. So they can, at a glance, they can see the value of their NFT before they go to list it for sale and price it accurately. So for starting with the homepage, it'll be an overall homepage of the project altogether. And then within that, we will offer developer tools that are built under the project name. The first one being the Bitmap floor price analyzer, which is the spa that we built for this project. Then these will be other pages within the website, a description of each NFT that we offer under our Bitcorns NFT project name, and then just a little history and about page of the Bitcorns project. So the SWOT analysis for the tool that I built, which was the Bitmap floor price analyzer, strengths of the project is it's the only known tool that will list the floor price at a glance for each trait of a specific Bitmap NFT. It'll load faster than other competitors, and a more user-friendly site. Some weaknesses of the project is Bitmaps were launched nearly a year ago, so we're a little behind the curve. There's already some tools out there that do similar things, but that do not. There's none that actually display the price at a glance. Um, the ones that are doing this are pretty well already established websites, and we are not. So that'll set us a little back on that. Um, and then going forward, if the popularity of Bitmap NFTs decreases, then there's obviously less interest in our product as well. Some of the opportunities capitalize on the popularity of bitmaps and the interest. It'll help drive traffic to our site to use the tool, which will spread awareness of our original Bitcorns product. Um, and then potentially down the road, we could actually monetize the tool if we desire to do so. So Threats is just some other sites that are doing something similar. Like I said, I kind of got the idea from some of these and took what I liked and tried to improve upon them and produce a better product. The wireframes that I built were used. I used the tool Miro to build the wireframes. They did change slightly. I still have the navigation bar. I'll be adding the contacts over here with the Discord, Twitter, and some other places you can find us. And then I'll have our logo here. Um, as you'll see when we get to the site, that the overall design did change a little bit. In the future, I may go back and tweak it a little to make it look more like this. Undetermined on that. So we do have the Bitcorns page. We have the Contact Us page. The collection page will come in the future, which will be a display of all of the NFTs that are under our project, the Bitcorns. Um, we'll have a team page with information about each member of our team. And then nested under the Bitcorns project, we'll have developer tools such as the Bitmaps floor price analyzer and any future tools that we decide to build. Then the actual spa itself, the web application, is the Bitmaps analyzer. So as it's set up now, we did do the search box. The image is not there yet. That's something that I'll be adding in the future so that it'll display whichever bitmap that you're looking up the traits for. And in its current state, it'll generate the attribute, the value, and then going forward, I will add another step to actually pull in the floor price. All right, and then working on Team 3, the role that I played for Agile was the developer. And I did participate in all Agile ceremonies such as daily stand-ups, sprint reviews, sprint retrospectives, and planning and so forth. I did become Agile certified through IC Agile. And then let's go on and take a look at the page. So this is the spa that I built. This is the home page. So as I mentioned, Bitcorns is my NFT project. This is a look at the actual NFT. So it's a play on Bitcoin and corn. So kind of combined the two and made these funny meme avatars. Um, we were launched in February 2023. This just kind of goes over the history of our project, and then got our navigation bar up here with the logo, footer down here. Go to the About Us page. Just talks about our vision and where we're going with the project. Contact us. Still need to do some work on here for HTML, CSS as a cleanup. We'll make this look better going forward. So if someone wants to contact us, they can come here and enter their name and their email and we like your project. Submit. and we'll be notified by email that then that's powered by FormSpree. Going back, I'll do the bitmap last so we can have a look at the collab request. So this is if another project would like to do a collaboration with us. Could be for marketing, several things, anything that they wanted to reach out for and potentially collaborate. So you come here, put in your project name and submit. And we see project name on the back end. All right, and then for bitmap, so to give you a quick example, so these are bitmaps. This is bitmaps listed for sale. Over here, there are ones that have sold. So you can see 0.0043 Bitcoin is a common sale price right now, but you have one right here that's actually 0.02, so it sold for more. So this has a specific trait that makes it more valuable. And as you can see, this one's solid and this one's solid. So it's likely because it's one transaction. This is one transaction. This is one transaction. So likely somebody listed this for too cheap and it actually should have sold for 0.02. So my tool will help mitigate that issue. So we can look here. Actually, I opened it. So you have your inscription ID. So copy that. And then we come back to our tool and we put the inscription ID in, submit. And it brings in the attributes from the Magic Eden API. These are the specific traits, and these are the values of the traits. So my next step going forward will be to bring in another call to bring in the floor price, and then I'll have attribute value, and then it will list the floor price for each trait, and it'll be a different floor price for each trait. So this is the number of transaction and one. So once I have this next call coming in, you'll see that it should say 0.02 over here, and then the rest may be the 0.0043, but you'll know that it's actually 0.023 or 0.02, so you won't underprice it like this person did. Okay, and that pretty much wraps up the site. So to show our render is live, it's an example of how MongoDB looks from our backend, so collecting the data for the collaboration requests. And let's have a look at the actual code. So in our index.js file, so this says if state view is bitmap, so when you're on the bitmap page, we have an event listener listening for when someone submits the bitmap form. So this would be their inscription ID when they want to look it up. Right here, the inscription lookup, that is the actual ID. We make a call to, okay, so this is the front end information. We actually had to do this through a proxy server and go to the back end. So we'll have a look at that. The site was blocking it going from the front end. It wouldn't allow it. So we had to do a proxy server to go to the back end. And when you do that, so right here, we're taking that lookup and going to Magic Eden's API. This inputs the inscription ID number and appends it at the end. It uses our API key, which is hosted in our .env file, and then returns this information in the JSON format. We drilled down to this data to get the actual attributes and value. And then we look here, and this is the table that it gets populated into, which we saw the attribute and value. And again, going forward, we'll have a third header, which would be floor price, and then it'll bring in the floor price as well, so that you can see how much your bitmap is worth at a snapshot. For our collab, this is the form. this is what you saw where it says project you represent, project representative, and then how you would like us to contact you. I'll be adding more information here as well, so it's a little more detailed and can at least have an idea of what it is that they would like to collaborate on. So one of the main obstacles I had was getting the API to function, and I was even troubleshooting that up to today, and I was getting a weird 500 error, but it was actually the I didn't have my API key in um, in render, so it wasn't allowing the backend to make that API call. It was getting blocked, but the error that I was receiving wasn't exactly an API key issue. So it was a bit of an issue troubleshooting that, but that was once we got through that and was able to get the data to flow correctly. Um, that's that's probably one of the biggest accomplishments of actually building the site. That and just the overall um, format and layout for the Bitcorns project as a whole. So it gives me a nice baseline to start to to build on going forward and to build out my web page and continue to add um, more functionality to the Bitmap tool, as well as building other tools nested under the site going forward. Um, and that pretty well sums up my presentation of the Bitcorns project Bitmap Analyzer tool.